In the news this week, Peter Gordon's challenge to gain support for the by-election in Vasse.
WA drivers are warned to behave as the government toughens up on traffic infringements.
And why 300 workers are at risk of losing their jobs.
This is the Evening News with Ivan Lung and Daniel Stanislav.
Good evening. First this week, the by-election in the Vasse electorate is heating up after the National Party nominated Peter Gordon as its new candidate. In a feature interview, he revealed why he wants to enter politics.
I was asked to run, and after a short period of time of thinking about it, felt that the seat of Vasse, which has been a safe Liberal seat for many years, was going to be basically a one-horse race, and that's not good for this seat or any seat, so I put my hat in the ring.
What are the issues you have identified in your electorate?
We're going to have a lot of people living in this area, but we don't have the employment opportunities there for all those people. So good economic drivers is what we need to look at. The main one that I'm focusing on is for getting the funding for the Busselton Regional Airport expansion, which will allow aircraft from the eastern states, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, etc., to land directly into Busselton Airport.
Given that your electorate is considered as a safe seat for the Liberals, are you confident that you will win?
Absolutely. I wouldn't put myself through this if I didn't think I had a good chance. So I feel very comfortable. What you've got to remember is that this region is a conservative seat. Conservative can be Liberal, it can be National, and the neighbouring seat, which takes in Margaret River, is held by Terry Redman with the Nationals. So and it's been Nationals for quite a while. So it is a Conservative seat, and I believe it can become a national Conservative seat.
Police have given a stern message to drivers who choose to ignore road rules. You will be caught. New long-range speed cameras were introduced this week, targeting a variety of driving offences.
WA police are using long-range speed cameras to catch more drivers who are talking on their phones whilst driving or not wearing their seatbelts. If the camera spots an offending motorist, the officer holding the camera will radio to another officer on the ground below to intercept the offending motorist.
Ultimately, as I've said so many times before, the difference will be made by the community of Western Australia taking responsibility. What I've seen here in the short time I've been here is some members of the driving community not taking responsibility.
These long-range speed cameras can see up to 700 metres away, and 2 of them are already in use. During this long weekend, increased penalties and double demerit points are grilling offending motorists. Fines for using a mobile phone while driving will increase to $400, $300 for running a red light, and $550 for riding a motorcycle without a helmet. Acting Road Safety Minister John Day has told drivers to take extra care this weekend.
What we want is not to be collecting revenue, but we want people to do the right thing on the roads to ensure that they and their families and other road users are going to be as safe as possible.
Daniel Edwards, WAMN News.
Hundreds of jobs are at risk as the Subiaco street market will be forced to shut its doors. A campaign lobbying for the new market location is gaining momentum on social media. Kirav Taplin spoke with the campaign manager.
What are you hoping to come from this?
Well, what we are trying to achieve here, there are 2 objectives. First objective is to give a better time frame for all the stall holders. If they have to leave the market, we want it to be in an orderly and respectful manner from the developers and the owner of the land. All we want is more time for some of those people to get their resources together to find somewhere else. Meanwhile, we are hoping to lobby the council and different governmental institutions in order to help us find a new land so we can get organized as a private entity, self-managed, to be a tenant of that new land. Almost 300 people are about to lose their job if this market closes. We're talking here about more than 45 families whose only revenue comes from these markets and their stalls.
The Community Safety Month is getting ready for its campaign as October nears. The statewide event aims to prevent injuries by providing education programs for all age groups. It also encourages the public to do their part in making the community safer.
There's 100 events. It's the biggest registration we've had since we've been running the month, so it's growing, and we're really happy to see bushfires is something that's going on in regional. Road safety is a big topic, and there's lots and lots of activities in our wheat belt areas.
20 pieces of prime land in the Perth metropolitan area are up for sale after the state government kicked off its asset sales program to reduce debt. Lands including the Shetton Park Hospital, East Perth Power Station and Fremantle Police Station has been earmarked for sale. The sale is expected to raise approximately $250 million.
You can expect to see this sales round get underway as quickly as possible. Probably in another 6 months' time we'll announce further properties that will go into the market. I think there will be great interest from the property development sector, both in residential and commercial, because as I say, this is prime inner city land, and we'll proceed.
To our World Report, student protesters in Hong Kong have charged into the central government complex. Protesters outside have formed roadblocks to stop the police from sending in reinforcements. Police responded with pepper spray and nightsticks. Correspondent Charlie Chu reports.
The 5-day student strike in Hong Kong has come to an end last night. However, right after that, over 100 protesters had climbed over the newly built fences around the Civic Plaza outside the central government complex. These protesters were soon surrounded by police forces. Earlier today, the police has started to use pepper spray for numerous times to repress the protesters outside. The situation is developing as the protest is still ongoing. Charlie Ju, WAMN News reporting from Hong Kong.
And those are the top stories of the week. You can read the latest news on our website.
Enjoy your week. We look forward to seeing you next Sunday.
Good night.